This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics. I am going to head to Rio Venus Castle now, and we're going to make a third try at it. I am quite a few levels higher than I was the first time. I'm even 3 or 4 levels higher than I was the second attempt, so adding that together with the fact that I have a bunch of ninjas now, I hope it'll work out this time. First, we got to get there, though. Guess it'll, for one thing, it'll give me a chance to see how we're doing. I'd put him up here. I have also been thinking about it, and I might actually backtrack a little bit on the whole ninja thing. Only for one character, and that would be for Agrias, just because her Holy Sword abilities, I think, could still come in handy. Like in that last attempt I did, where she silenced Velius. If I could get lucky and have that work again, it would be nice to not have to worry about his summons. Just because, depending on our grouping, it does still have the chance to wipe out 1 or 2 of us in each round. I think even at this point, with my levels up, the ninjas are just kind of low HP overall, to the point that he can still get them. Another thing I thought about was maybe stocking up a little bit on some of these things, especially these like shrikens. I'm not going to use them in this fight, but it could be a good thing for a ranged alternative in the Velius fight if I get in a position where I can't quite get next to him. For Ramza, I think that shouldn't matter because I got the punch art available. And then I suppose there's a question of, is it better to keep him as the monk or as a ninja? I think as a ninja with the monk abilities, just because then he doesn't have 2 weapons equipped. You can get over here and hit this guy, so why not? And I can get to that skeleton here. Ah, missed me. Yeah, that skeleton will be able to hit one of us at least, but yeah, I don't care too much. We should be fine. I guess we'll see what kind of damage it does. Yeah, that's not too bad. Too bad it knocked him back with the first hit. Mayfield, the wizard, huh? I wonder how many different names are available in the random name pool for this game. Like, I don't think it just like auto-generates it. I'm sure it comes from a pool. I mean, it could be auto-generating, I suppose. But most of them seem to at least make sense, like they aren't just random gibberish. Let's see if you can get Mayfield before his spell goes off. I would assume a ninja should be able to beat up on a wizard pretty well. Yeah, no problem. And we should be able to finish this one off pretty easily here. Yep, that was pretty cake. Echo's already now, though, go back and change her job. I would potentially like to move her along with the priest a little more and get her built up in that role, but I think for this fight coming up, gonna be best served just going to Holy Knight or Knight. Probably, I was gonna say probably Holy Knight so I can still put some healing on her maybe, but he's already mastered with that, so let's go to Knight, at least on the way there. And this will allow me to give some of her equipment to somebody else so I don't have to worry about buying new stuff for all of the ninjas as much. Yep, that's fine. What about Wyatt then? Yeah, we'll give him the ninja edge instead of the flail. So Morning Stars for both, for these two. And a Morning Star and a Ninja Edge there. Yeah, so I think that looks pretty good. Just to see if there's still anything better for best fit for anybody here. While I'm here, we'll check it out. Okay, and then otherwise, let's look at the items. They do have these available. It's just going to look at what the difference is here. 4 to 7 for attack power. That should be plenty to get me through. We'll build up to 5 of each of these two. Well, actually, that attack power is still higher. It's 8 compared to 7 for the shuriken. Or I would assume these are all 8, just different elements. Yeah. So the advantage of the shuriken would be that it doesn't have an element added to it, so I guess, yeah, in case the enemy's strong against elements, you would want to use that. It does cost a little more, so usually what costs more is better, but not always. Maybe I should just build up to 10 of each of those. And these are cheap, but probably won't use them anyway. But let's just even it out there. And I spent the majority of my money already, but let's just see here too what they have. If there was anything different for the people to equip. Yeah, kind of doubted it. Actually, let's see. I might as well pick up one of those, I guess, since I don't have any yet, and I could afford it. Or maybe I should have saved my money. Because we got another town here. But I don't think this one had anything different. No, we're good. Alright, and no fight here, so let's go ahead and drop a new save file here. Alright, level 33. With some hard-hitting jobs here. Agrius, for one, should be able to survive one of those summons, I think. Yeah, we gotta scroll through all of this again. Things go well, it should be the last time. One thing I probably could have done better is I didn't really hold on to too much of my equipment. I sold off some of it to make money. So I did kind of limit myself of options as far as to if I wanted to change somebody back to a knight again, other than Agrius. I don't know if I have enough good equipment to put on them. I mean, I have one of each of everything still, at least that I had, so I guess we would just be one level down from where she's at as far as equipment goes. Hopefully it won't come to that. One thing I am interested in at first is seeing if Ramza can get past Wheatgrass first form as a ninja instead of a monk. I would think so. But he's still going to be able to hit me pretty hard. And will Chakra do as much healing? I don't think it will. But I might actually do more damage even now. Yeah, we'll just get rid of some of these random chocobos here. Otherwise, I don't really... Dark Wind is the name of the chocobo there. Sorry, fella. Yeah, I'm not going to make any changes otherwise, though. I already set things up the way I wanted to have them, and for this first fight here, it shouldn't really matter too much. I wish I could put 3 people in this squad to start out. I think I'll do those two. I'll put the Time Mage on the far right side so he can start moving over to Ramza and Agrius. Because I feel like that's still potentially an issue. Ramza getting taken out up there if I charge in too quickly because I got the 3 archers that'll gang up on him. Plus whatever the knight down there does. And Malik, I guess, if we're not able to get him to retreat right away. And I know that's the reason that I can only have 2 people in this group, because Rafa starts out there. But she doesn't really do much for me as a guest here, especially since she leaves as soon as Malik goes away. And normally I do read through this stuff if you're not familiar with my stuff, but since I've gone through this fight in these areas 2 times before, I did it on the first time through. On repeats, I don't tend to worry about it as much. Yes, let's go after the knight here. I just want to see how these things would stack up as far as what it's going to tell me for damage. 63. 54. What would chakra do now? 60. I think it was doing 90 or 80 as a monk, so it's not going to be as good, but it could still save me. Will it tell me what these do for throwing? I wish I didn't have to go all the way down to the bottom to see this. Okay, 56. For all of them. 70 for that. Okay. I just wanted to get a kind of a feel for that there. It's only 56 for whatever I do head on to this guy, but at least I get 2 hits here. Oh, right. I'll take the 1. And I think let's just go in after this guy. I'll wait so his next turn comes around faster. Do the same with this guy. Yeah, that is one certain positive about the ninjas. They get pretty quick in the turn order here. I'm gonna do that, and it might take him out anyway, with the added death effect. Okay, yeah, figured even if it didn't, he was gonna be pretty close to down. What's Malik gonna try to do here? Okay, good guard. Ouch. That is a positive for the ninjas as well, though. When they get the counter attack, they get 2 hits on it. Let's at least haste yourself here. Okay, well, that didn't hit me for too much, so I'm fine with that. Hopefully this lands. Good. Could have been worse. Still only 53%. At least one of them hit. He probably only needs to get 1 hit in here to finish him. Oh, no. Didn't quite do it. Is Rafa actually going to help out here now? $105 on that one. I think I'll take that. Well, Igris is going to move before that goes off, but if I select unit, it should go with her, so that's fine. There we go. Ah. Now, what can she hit? Okay, if I do this one, at least Rams is not going to get targeted with it, so we'll do that. Yeah, Mustadio might get taken out depending on what that knight down there does. Oh no. I don't want him to do that. Okay. Well, Mustadio's still up for now. We'll heal him up a little bit there. I think let's go up here after the archers and Malik first, and then we'll come back down and chase after that other knight once we got everything else done. As long as Rafa doesn't get herself in trouble. Since she's targeting that knight, I'm gonna try to count on her to finish him. Just looking at my turn order here. Well, Malik's gonna get to go next, so I should probably try to take him out. He's not next, but compared to my other characters, Ramza doesn't get to go before him and whatnot, so. Hopefully that'll be enough to get him to retreat. Only problem is, I guess that takes Rafa with him. Okay. Oh, I didn't think he was going to, but yeah, it looks like he is. Maybe Jeremy can finish off that night. I just don't remember or know if this is going to act like Demi usually does in other games, where it'll hit them, but it won't take their full life away. I would imagine that's what it's going to do, so I'm going to hold off on that. Can I get anybody with haste? No. Well, let's just wait. Okay, good miss on that. Yeah, I figured I'd go after the stronger of the two, just because I was pretty sure he could take out either one. That first hit was pretty weak, though. Okay, looks like Holy Sword is the right way to go here. Just need to find one that's going to do more than 69. If I can. Well, maybe that's not going to happen here. Well, the Holy Explosion is the closest, and it has a chance to confuse her. So, let's do that. Ace 2 has the same here, so I guess might as well use that, because that'll actually get both of those guys. Yeah, looks like that guy's weak, so he's just going to kind of run away. We'll have to chase him down. And there's haste 2. %, should be good enough. I guess I didn't really check how good the distance is on throwing stuff. Like if I target that, is it just the one? Yeah, it doesn't have a range. You have to actually hit him with it, it looks like. So I'm just out of range. Only did 30 that time, didn't it? Well, let's see if we can get rid of one of them. As long as the other guy doesn't have Phoenix Down available, shouldn't be coming back. Let's see what that 53% gets me here. Yeah. I was hoping I could get one of the hits, but not this time. Alright, what's he gonna do? I would imagine going after Mustadio, but no, he's not. Well, let's go behind him. Let's see if we can finish him off. Oh yeah, one powerful hit. Well, we were never really in danger in that one. But it could have gone faster. It's just kind of a matter, I guess, of how the enemies are spread out that makes that one kind of a time drain. Now we're almost at the moment of truth. At least I'll get to save it again. I'll check out my ability points and see if we have enough to do anything. To get my X potion back that I had to use there. In the Velius fight, I don't know if X potions would really save us anyway. Such graphic PS1 violence. The pool of blood under the guy there. I don't feel like they probably did that often back then. Even a lot of newer games, they kind of censor them a little bit. As far as that goes. And the blood and the gore. Like, I know they show blood, I'm not saying they don't, and it just, you know, it doesn't seem like they're usually completely realistic with it. It's either over the top gushing, or else it just doesn't show, like, it pooling and stuff, necessarily after you've defeated an enemy. Alright, let's check it out. Yeah, I doubt if I really have too much to learn from some of these other jobs, but I'll just look in there quick to see. Yeah, I'd like to save up for that, but that's not going to save me or help me for this fight. We're not going to get there. Also, I'm trying to remember. I think Oracle is another one I'm going to have to use coming up pretty soon. Because this Foxbird, the Yin Yang magic, lowers Brave level. That's what I'm going to use on Jeremy to get his bravery low enough that he'll be able to use Move Find to find rare items. At least I'm planning on using him for that. And until I'm done searching for rare stuff, we're going to keep his bravery low. I'm going to try to get it about as low as I can. I think you can get it down to around 20 before you have an issue with it. Or 15, I think, might be the cutoff, but I don't want to cut it too close. Because if you get it too low, eventually they'll leave your party because they just don't have enough bravery to do it. They're gonna check it out. Okay, yeah, so the 900 and the 400 are still too much, but I can get almost all of these done here. Yeah. Kind of same boat for him, we'll just get some of these. He's got a little farther to go. But Ramza was the first one to start out with the monk, I think. Either him or Wyatt. What about my time mage? Can we learn anything new? You can do stop, reflect, Well, I'm gonna go with stab. I don't really use reflect too often in games. Unless there's a specific fight where it's gonna help you. Like sometimes there'll be an enemy that heals themselves a lot. And if you put reflect on them, obviously, then it's gonna bounce off and hit you. But that's usually the place I like to use it the most, otherwise I tend to stay away from it. She might have some points yet from when she was ninja. Yeah. And Wyatt? You know, actually, I'm not sure why I'm going through all of this, now that I think about it. Because we've already dropped the save here, I think. So I would end up having to do this all again if we fail. Yeah, I have enough points to learn all of the throw items for him. So he just needs 13. Okay, he doesn't have move in water yet, so 17, 20. Back for the showdown. I think he's gonna start out in roughly the same spot anyway. Let's put Agrius up there so she can come in and try to silence Velius. It's probably a long shot to have that work again, but that's the plan. Jeremy's going to be support and not trying to come in and hit. Although, I want to put him back so that he's not as likely to be in the targeting area for that first summon. I don't know if that much of a distance will make a difference, but we'll try it. Yeah, I love how they have you set all that stuff up as if it matters if you don't get past the first phase. Weegriff slaughtered them all with no remorse. As a ninja, getting a rather quick turn in the order, I wonder if I can... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wonder if I get to go before him. The problem is I wish I could get behind him. Can I throw something at him? And back off out of his range? I'm gonna try that. We'll see how this works. Oh yeah, he still has that Earth Slash. That didn't hurt that bad. Can I get beside him or behind him? Still can't do that. Let's go over here and chakra. And that took care of his Earth Slash. Now where's he gonna move? Can he hit me from there? No, he can't. I still can't get behind him. Or beside him. I would have thought I could jump over there. Let's go ahead and try it. God dang it, the weak hit went off. This might be it already then. Yeah. A damn counterattack. Well, let's get right back in it. Not going to worry about distributing points this time. Shouldn't have worried about it last time. Just thinking, should I try to nickel and dime him from distance? I don't think he heals himself, so maybe that is the better way to go. Need a cutscene skipper. I'm sure there's a mod out there for it, but for now, we just have to watch it. Again. There is also, I suppose, possibility that I could try to just tank his hit, his first one, and then get behind him. Maybe I'll try one of the balls instead. That's 63 at 56. That's better. Still same percentage chance. But potentially more damage. Not gonna back off as far here this time. Wonder if he can get an Earth Slash. I don't think he's... No, he's lining up. No, he couldn't do it, though. Okay. Yeah, can't get next to him yet. So let's throw again. Wonder if the elements are all the same for him. Yeah, so let's try a water one. Okay, that one hit. Move there. Hopefully it's still far enough that he can't get a lightning slash in on me. No, he can. Or lightning stab. Like I call it a slash all the time, but... That's a 100% chance to hit him, so I'm gonna do that. Well, that was enough to trigger this scene at least. Or not scene maybe, but dialogue. I can't take a hit, but hopefully this gets far enough away from him. Okay, it was. Even if I do a chakra, how much does that give me? 60. Which would give me enough to survive another lightning stab, I think. Just in case he can get in range to do it here. Yeah. Well, this should be enough to finish him off since I get a 100% chance here and I get 2 hits. And Ramza should be able to get a good hit in on Velius before he gets attacked, especially since he's a ninja. So I think instead of healing him, I'm just going to go in for the hit on the second form and just let it play out. I got my other 2 ninjas that can come in there and hopefully hit. Hopefully at least one of them can get behind him and get a really good hit. And we'll try to get haste in with our time mage or healing and try to silence him with Agrius. And we'll just try to ignore the other guys as much as we can. Yeah, his demon buddies, whatever they're called, I don't remember. I think it's some kind of demon. He's cooked either way there. Oh. I get to go again and then move? I think I better move him away from the group a little bit, maybe? 63, 72. I just want to see where we're at as far as how many spots closer do I need to move to get him to be able to hit. 2 up and 1 over. Right where Agrius is. Let's just go in front of her. $56 for him with it. I'm assuming all the same for the elements. Do this one. I only have 1 though. I don't want to throw that really. I don't have to. Is that much of a difference that it's gonna make or break anything? I don't think. Okay, what's he gonna do? Or he's not gonna move. He's just gonna summon. Oh, dang it! That's not great. Let's get her out of there. Did he? Yeah, he moved in line, but it's a little too far off for her. And these guys are going to come in and... Oh, he can target him from there, huh? Well. There goes Ramza after a good start. I probably should have had my other two guys just hold back instead of moving up to throw. There you go. Live and you learn. Phase 2 will get both of them there. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to try this fight again, and what I'm gonna do is I'll just hold back on my other two ninjas and make them wait, because they get to act so quickly in the turn order, but that kind of worked to my disadvantage here because I just tried to rush in, but I didn't have enough movement to quite get them there. And like I can move her up here and attack, but not gonna be enough to finish him off or anything, I don't think, so. Silenced the other guy, but not Velius. I'm actually not terribly upset about that. We'll see how long it takes for the spell to go off. And if I can potentially revive somebody else. Although, I don't want to move next to him if it's going to be... Because then the... Yeah, then the spell would just hit both of us anyway. It's probably going to go off before this spell lands anyway, but we'll try that. Okay. At least she's far enough away, or he's far enough away from Agrius that it won't hit her. So she'll get a chance to hit him again, and, well, maybe. Depending what these guys do here and how bad or how hard they hit her. Yeah, if all three of them get to hit her before her turn, she's probably done. Okay. Can't get behind him. Well, I might as well just move in front of him and see what a regular attack would do. 84. '98. 105, 98. I guess we'll do this. And that should be it. And another game over. Velius rules the day. Well, that was the first time we got to the second form, so I guess it could have been worse. I think I'm still okay with the party members I have, with the job classes I have them set at. Could maybe move Jeremy to something else, but I'm taking him down the wizard slash priest slash mage route anyway. So I think time mage with healing is as good as I can do there for now. Yeah, trying to put haste on. The way it worked out is they were kind of far away from the rest of the guys anyway. But if I have the ninjas hold back before they move in and attack next time, maybe I can haste them before they move in, or have it set to go off on their unit, or something like that. I think she's fine as a knight, because she has a little bit of HP to withstand a little bit. That's the thing for these guys, the HP is pretty low, so they can't really survive a lot. But next attempt, we're not going to run straight in with these two. Ranza, it would have been better if he would have started out that second form with more HP, but he still did his part. He got the 2 hits in on Velius there. I don't know if I'll get that to work out that way again, because I don't know what determines that. Sometimes I've noticed that before, that sometimes you'll get another turn in a row like that. I don't think you can count on it to work that way, because I don't understand the mechanic behind it, so I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going to try it again today, though. We're pretty close to where I would usually end anyway, so we'll make this one just a little shorter. Most of these have been longer than I've intended anyway, just because this is the kind of game where it's hard to kind of determine that, and I'd rather not cut off in the middle of a fight for you guys, just because that doesn't seem like a good way to do it, if I can help it. So we're going to call it here for today. We'll pick up next time, and we'll try that fight again. I'm going to make several attempts at it if I have to, because, yeah, I don't think we're in a position where going back and just leveling is the way to do it here. I mean, it would help, I'm sure. I could get more levels, and then we could just breeze through it. But I want to try to get through it without doing more of that, because then it might make some of the upcoming stuff more trivial. I do remember this one being a roadblock, and it is definitely living up to that. So, anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.